Hello, my name is Christina, and on this channel I talk about a mess and not only. Hello, I'm Christina, and on this channel I talk about a mess and not only. And today I'd like to talk to you how I handle questions regarding my condition, and there is a story. So I'd like to start with the fact that usually I'm quite open about answering questions about my condition because people are genuinely curious, and curiosity is one of the features which all humans share. There is nothing wrong with it. Yes, the fact that we can ask this question doesn't mean that we should, but people are curious. And when they see a young person who is supposed to be active, but then they see me using a cane and struggling to walk, and they're trying to tell what happened to me. Did I have an accident? Did I have a hip replacement? These are two very common questions I get. So before they ask, what happened to you? So I'm usually quite okay with answering because maybe this way I raise awareness of mess. However, it's just like asking, oh, why are you wearing glasses? So why are you wearing braces? So are you using Invisalign? What are you trying to do with your teeth? So these sort of questions, but maybe eventually using canes and scooters and wheelchairs is going to be more normalized in our society, and people will finally stop asking these questions. But now they too ask, and they ask me, oh, what happened to you? Why are you using a cane? And let's say in 80% of situations, I'm okay with answering. No problem. If a person asks it in a tactful, polite manner, and maybe they even intend to help me. For example, they saw that I need help and they're helping me, I know, to walk, or there is like a hole somewhere and they're trying to help me to get over it. I don't know. I like any situation where I require help, and we're having a small talk, and it's fine. However, there are certain situations when I'm not going to answer this, and it happens that in these situations I get this question most often. It's when I go out with my friends, when I'm in a bar, in a restaurant, I'm having fun, I'm having a good time, and me being blonde and having full makeup on, being dressed, and guys try to chat me up, and they're like, oh, can I buy a drink or something? By the way, no, even before they try to buy me a drink, just some guys first they smile at you and then they come up to you and say, hey, why are you having a cane? And to be honest, I will not answer this question. I will, first of all, if I'm not very annoyed, I will just say, if you pay for my bill and my friend's bill, I'm going to answer that. If not, sorry, I'm not answering. You are being tactless. I am being tactless as well. Because it's not a very tactful way to say, oh, you are going to pay my bill. Of course not. But the question was tactless, and he got the same response, right? So I can say something like that. Pay for my bill and my friend's bill, and I'll tell you. And in 99% of the cases, they will go away. As my friends told me, so let's say I go to the toilet, or let's say I'm talking to somebody else, they can come up, like these guys who first asked me, they can come up to my friends and asked them what's wrong with me. That's just like, this is where they cross the line, and I can just tell them, get away. Please do not talk to us. Sit as far as you can. It's completely inappropriate. And here when the story comes. Once I went to a bar with a friend of mine. We were just drinking, having a good time, chatting, and then one guy came up to her and she started like being chatty with him, and they were just talking. I didn't mind that. I can always have a good time in a bar by myself because I can chat to bartenders, like I have no problem with that. And then another guy came up to me and he started chatting with me, and because I had nothing better to do, I started talking to him. Because it's a bar, everybody talks to each other. And then he was like, but can you tell me what happened to you? I said, no. Like when I'm having a good time, I do not want. It's a very, you don't know, maybe it's a tragedy for me. And he was like, but why not? And he started pressing me. And I was like, and he was like, but why? Why can't you tell me? Why are you making such a big thing out of it? Just tell me what. And he sort of started being a bit aggressive. And bartenders noticed it. they saw my face, they probably heard him because they know me very well in that bar. And one of them came up to me and he was like, okay, Christina, let's go out. I will have a smoke. We will talk to you. I haven't seen you in a while. Like, let's just go out. So he tried to take me away from that guy. Believe it or not, so that bartender takes me outside and that guy follows us. And he keeps talking to me. He was like, but why can't you tell me why you're making such a scene? And he's trying to be very pushy. He's getting aggressive. Everybody is uncomfortable at that point because bartender cannot be rude with him because it's like a fancy bar, so bartenders are wearing suits and they're supposed to be all very polite. So we're just ignoring him. So we're just talking to each other, not looking like, let's say that guy's there. We're not looking at him. We're just talking. I'm telling some stories. We're completely ignoring him, but he's there talking. Then we're coming inside. He follows us inside and the bartender puts me in a different seat, like not where I sat before. And that guy sits next to me and he was like, so why can't you answer this question? Like, I have friends with artificial limbs, prosthetic limbs, and they don't make a thing out of it. Why are you so annoying? Why? And tell him, I was like, please get away. Like, I don't want, it's my right. I don't know you. I see you for the first time. What do you want from me? Please stop talking to me. And at that point, I think it was him breaking some rules of communication in the bar. So he had to be escorted out. So bartender just very politely came up to him and said that now he is making some guests feel very uncomfortable. So it's better for him to leave now. So because it was, they couldn't be rude with him or anything. So it was, and I can't be rude with people and I can't answer. I mean, I can be rude if you know what I mean, but I can't be rude because it's dangerous, because if people push me or something, I have zero balance. I cannot protect myself, if you know what I mean. So even when I'm in sort of slightly aggressive conversation with somebody, I always have to be very polite not to cause more aggression. So that's, and it was a very, I wouldn't say scary, I was just like extremely annoyed because at some point I was just angry. Like, I literally told him, just please sit somewhere else, stop talking to me. So that's just like, I think it was, that's where people cross the line. So yeah, what I'd like to say now is that yes, I can be all open and positive about saying people that I have, telling people that I have a mess, because I believe, or I hope that it helps to raise a mess awareness. Because maybe next time they see somebody with a cane, they are not going to ask this question because they might understand that it's a mess, or maybe that's inappropriate to ask this question. So I have no problem answering this question. However, if I'm in a certain environment when I'm having a good time, I just don't know, I just want to teach maybe them a lesson that maybe sometimes you just should keep your curiosity to yourself, because people ask it without any purpose, and also because they're drunk, they will answer, they will forget it next morning, so it doesn't matter, it's useless. So if you don't want to answer, stay your ground and don't answer. You have the right to do it. Just think about it. You will not come up to somebody and ask, oh, why are you wearing glasses? Why are you having this, like, why does your hair look funny? What did you do to it? So as with everything in life, there is nothing black and white, there is nothing only yes, only no. So if you feel like answering this question, do answer, especially if people are tactful and they're maybe answering this to educate themselves, and maybe if they know that not only all people can use canes, scooters and wheelchairs, and there is such a thing as multiple sclerosis, why not? We are raising awareness. However, if you're in a situation where you don't want to think about it, or if it's a painful topic for you, you simply don't want to talk about it, it's your life, you don't owe anybody anything, so you always remember that you really don't have to answer. You don't have to answer, you don't owe anybody anything, so it's completely up to you. Try to get away from aggressive people, because as my story showed, people can get aggressive for some reason if you don't answer. That's completely I want to say inappropriate. I can't find a different word, but it must not happen. It's just a situation which I hope is not going to happen to you. So enjoy your life. Life is too short to be upset. And see you in my next video. Bye bye.